Hi there, this is Lee, and in this video, I wanted to holler at Nina Turner. I want to rap a taste to Nina Turner, former state senator of Ohio. Nina Turner. Nina Turner has informed the public on video, which I saw, that she is unbought and unbossed. She is a Democrat in the vein of Shirley Chisholm. And when she says things like that, I hear the conviction in her voice and I see the conviction in her actions. And I agree with her when she says that she is unbought and unbossed in the vein of Shirley Chisholm. I see the conviction, I feel it, the intelligence and the drive and the truth that she speaks. We all hear it. And that is only one of the reasons why she is so very popular to the people of the United States, the people who support um, the progressive side of the political sphere, the people who came out to vote and to rally for Senator Sanders on the campaign trail, the people who heard Nina Turner speak, who were witness to her actions, and the fact that she performed as a soldier for the cause that she believed in. That yes, she is unbought and unbossed. However, I am going to go ahead and say out loud what many people may already think. While Nina Turner is unbought and unbossed, the Democratic Party is bought and bossed by presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. The Democrat Party became the party of Clinton even before the primary started. And we know this now by the documents released by WikiLeaks, and we know that more documents are forthcoming and that likely they will solidify that viewpoint rather than refute it. That will even know further the depths, the height, the unnamed height, the bottomless depths, the endless frontier, the open border of the malfeasance that occurred during the Democratic primaries of 2016. But we do know, even now, without those additional documents, we know from what we've seen, and now that it's been confirmed, that the Democratic Party became the party of Clinton before the primaries even began, and before the candidates had even been known to the public or even announced. The Democratic Party had already become the party of Hillary Clinton. We know this because of the arrangement of the rigged debates. We know this because of the rigged voter data access. We know this because of the rigged fundraising arrangements and the rigged election process that some people have gone so far as to describe as election fraud. We also know of the saboteurs that were installed inside Bernie Sanders' campaign. We also know of the rigged media access and propaganda in the form of collusion between the media and the Democrat National Committee, who were also colluding with Hillary Clinton's campaign. But back to the saboteurs installed inside Bernie's campaign. Nico House spotted these saboteurs. He went on instinct. Maybe he witnessed some events. Maybe at the back of his mind he knew and he came to the conclusion as far back as the North Carolina primary that there actually were saboteurs inside Bernie Sanders' campaign, and he identified them. They were agents installed, they were operatives of the Hillary Clinton campaign that were installed inside Bernie Sanders' campaign specifically for reconnaissance, specifically as active agents for the purpose of creating chaos, and then also fomenting dissent and discord. All of these rigged mechanisms, these arrangements, including the saboteurs, they were forms of trickeration, wrenches thrown into the works. But despite all of this, Unina Turner performed as a soldier for Bernie Sanders. With your help, he got further than anyone, including Senator Sanders, probably thought possible. And he won. With your help, he actually won the Democratic primary, which was stolen. And so your work, along with the nomination, was stolen. And we see the media using their tools of communication and dominance to legitimize an illegitimate presidential candidate in the form of Hillary Clinton. But again, just like Nico House knew at the back of his mind of what he saw and what he bore witness to inside Bernie Sanders' campaign, the viewing public, the citizens, the electorate, know in the back of their mind, maybe in the front of their mind, that Hillary Clinton is not a legitimate candidate for presidency. So like I said, you did perform as a soldier for Bernie Sanders during the course of his campaign. But I wondered, now that decisions have been made and conclusions have been reached and issues of wonder have been decided, do you consider your work for Bernie Sanders completed, or is it ongoing? Do you have additional tours of duty to perform for the Democratic Party for Senator Sanders? Or is that mission complete? The reason why I ask is, as I said before, the Democratic Party was already the party of Clinton before the primaries began. But now that she has been installed, not elected, she has been installed into the role of presidential nominee. The Democratic Party is officially now the party of Clinton, whereas before it was unofficial. It is official now. And we saw what that official party of Clinton looks like during the Democratic National Convention. Even through the pageantry and choreography that was shown on national television, we saw other things via the internet, via other forms of camera work being done, of what it took in order to enforce obedience to bring the progressive wing to heel on national television. Well, not on national television, but in front of citizen journalist cameras. We saw. We've also seen what has happened to Congresswoman Donna Edwards, who was a rising star, who had an opportunity to step into a higher role, who had the opportunity to become a female African American senator in the U.S. Congress. We saw what happened to former Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney. We've also seen what happened to you. We've also seen what has happened to the NAACP, which is now the National Association for the Advancement of Clinton's People. We've also seen what has happened to Shirley Chisholm's organization, which she started when the Democratic Party had other missions, other ideals that responded somewhat to a progressive viewpoint. The CBC, which was one thing when Shirley Chisholm started, but is another thing entirely today. It is now the Clinton Black Caucus. And so this is what it looks like to us on the outside. What may you see on the inside, only you know. But I'm going to go on to say that it's not over, I don't think, from my viewpoint, my perspective. And there may be things that you know that no one else knows, and so that must be respected and acknowledged too. You have served in political office. You know the players firsthand, and you've been witness to your own view of what's happening within the Democratic Party. But I'm just going to point out some things that I've seen outside the Democratic Party. I've seen Al Batrell, African American candidate for mayor of the Green Party, who wants to serve the city of Atlanta. I've seen Joshua Harris, African American young rising star, who wishes to do the same thing for the city of Baltimore. I've seen Cornel West. I've seen Tim Black. I've seen Yana Indigo. And I've seen Black Lives Matter, who are viewing an alternative side of the progressive and political spectrum and see opportunity. And so at this time, I'm just wondering if you see something similar. And I'm also wondering, what will it take to return yourself into Hillary Clinton's good graces? And I'm also wondering, will you do what it takes to do that and to be that? Or will you, as many others have already who have demexited the Democratic Party, will you consider a Green New Deal for yourself, and not only for yourself, but also for Ohio? Will you find it within yourself to serve and represent the largest voting bloc in North America, the Independents? And I just wanted to finish by saying, if Shirley Chisholm were alive today, and maybe she's alive in spirit, she's still with us, what do you think that she would suggest? Thank you, Nina Turner.